Hi everybody. Today I'm going to have a presentation about my research ideas online. My topic is mobile assisted language learning for the enhancement of the listening skills undergraduate EFL students in GIT and UOB program. Okay, as you can see, this is the outline of my presentation today. Okay, for the first part, I'm going to give you some background information. So my research aims to investigate the efficacy of using mobile-assisted language learning more to improve the listening skills of Chinese EFL students in the context of Guizhou Institute of Technology and the University of Bedfordshire in UK. So this is a typical Chinese foreign cooperation program, and my target students are from major of electronical engineering and automation. So, for the specific aspects of my background, as you know that listening skill is the first skill of learning English language. So, and it is also very crucial for target students to have this kind of specific skill in their daily life or in their academic setting. So, as we all know that in China, the college students they all need to pass the English college English test, which is a CET test, and this test is very important for them to get a bachelor degree in China successfully. So, as well as some students, they also want to seek the opportunity to study abroad. They also need to pass the IELTS examination to facilitate their overall language ability. So for both settings, it is very important to enhance the listening skills, to have them practice the listening skill outside the classroom and also inside the classroom. So this is the importance of using mobile apps to assess listening skills improvement. So as for my research objectives and my research questions, I'm going to incorporate these two parts and give you a little briefing. So first, I'm going to evaluate some uh, effectiveness of using more for our target students in this Chinese foreign program. And this is very important to see how they could comprehend and be fluent in the listening skills. And for the second part, I'm going to identify some features and functions of the mobile apps. So it is also very important to see how these functions and how these features could help our students. And for the third part, I'm going to dig into some challenges and difficulties that my target students encounter throughout this whole process of learning. Okay, for the fourth part, I'm going to access some impact and influence of this kind of mobile assisted learning on their CET test and on their IELTS test. So it is very important to see how students after they use the mobile applications, how could their test results and their test scores could be improved. Okay, okay. For the final part, I'm going to give some recommendations for the future more study. So to see how this practice could be implemented to the future study of the mobile applications to the language uh, curriculum. Okay, so for the third part, I'm going to give you some research methodology introduction. In this research, I'm going to use a mixed methods research. So it is both qualitative and quantitative. So for the quantitative part, I'm going to use three tests to get the results I want. And for the qualitative part, I'm going to use some interviews and to set some focus groups. So to combine these two research approaches, I'm going to have a more comprehensive data, which could be used and applied for my future data analysis. in order to get more accurate and more reliable data. Okay, so for my as for my population setting and my sampling setting, I'm going to start with my with this 120 first year students in this program. So initially they will be divided into three classes, and I will be personally in charge of this IELTS class, and this class will be continue for once per year, so 2 semesters, starting from March of 25 to November of 25. Okay, so for my sampling setting, I'm going to use a stratified random sampling method. So at first, they will be like to have three initial classrooms, but I will open the channel for them to have a pre-registration, so they can sign up for my class, and I will also give some placement tests to them to see how they can achieve the scores in the IELTS listening component. And finally, I will form up a IELTS teaching classroom of 30 to 40 students. And this one is a control group. And I can use this one as a control group to compare to two other teaching classes that have a general English class, which is based on the minor China teaching curriculum and the teaching syllabus. Okay, so as I mentioned before, my instrumentation includes three tests. As well as that, the most important part is my mobile application usage logs, which allow me to get the first-hand and second-hand data from different apps. So the apps they are using for listening improvement, and the apps for the communication, and also the apps for the for the feedback, and as well as the questionnaires before, in the middle, and afterwards, and as well as I mentioned before, the interviews and the focus groups. Okay, and I will also run the data analysis based on that. So for the quantitative part, I'm going to analyze the test results to see the different statistics, and I will also compare to the change of from time to time to see how they perform, and I will also notice their regression rates to see a relationship between dependent and independent variables. Okay, for the qualitative analysis, I'm going to have thematic analysis and also have the coding and to see how the configuration going on to find out the patterns and connections. Okay, and before the official research start, I will also run a pilot study to see how they can process with this research steps. So I will have a limited group of students participate in this research first to see how it is going on in this whole process. Okay, so what I expect from my research is that I want to see a significant enhancement of my IELTS teaching class, that their listening skills could be improved through the use of the mobile assisted language learning. So comparing to those who does not use the apps, that they have a significant results of their CET tests and their IELTS tests. And also I want to see how they can be beneficial through this kind of exercises and this kind of mobile assisted content, and to see how they could get this kind of important information for the importance of their more study. Okay, and as well, I want to highlight that they also can have some problems and challenges. So I want to see how their usability and efficiency. Okay, and as well as their impacts on the language test results, and also how they can be satisfied in this whole process of learning, and to gain some insights from my data. And finally, I want to see how they could get how we could get suggestions from this study to provide recommendations for future language learners and how to incorporate mobile apps into language learning courses. Okay, so that would be all for my presentation today. So I'm going to scroll down. This is my list of references. Okay, I'm going to scroll down really quick. Mhm. Okay. Okay, so that will be all for my presentation today. And thank you so much. Have a nice day.